Yeah. All right. Is Lydia ready for mass? What? Oh, what's about to happen? So I definitely remember this quest.
One beer for me.
Yeah, I just started. No, it's showing it for me that I am. It's probably just because it's before I actually started when you started watching. Bless you. Yeah, yeah. Jesus Christ be praised. Was that Austin? All right.
I'm sorry I can't tell you everything, but maybe we can work something out. But first, I'd like to hear something about you, my son. With whom do I have the honor? Where are you from?
I'm from Skalitz.
Oh, I'm sorry. What about your kin?
And dead.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Here,
Here, I'll send you.
we'll drink to them. It must have been terrible.
It was terrible. It seemed so pointless.
Yeah.
All the best.
We had no warning. They just appeared and began the slaughter. God knows why. They killed anyone who didn't make it to the shelter of the castle. My parents, my girl, even the Deutsch who was on Sigismund's side. I didn't make it to the castle. I wanted to try and help my parents, but there was nothing I could do. Then I fled to Talmberg with the Cumans on my heels. They almost killed me. They slaughtered people in the surrounding villages. There's a pile of bodies in front of the church in Rovna. Folk who tried to take refuge there, but
Alright. You should be good.
My
No.
poor
No
child.
flips.
May God grant them eternal rest. And how did you come to get this assignment? I'd have expected Sir Hanish to send that old grouch, Bernard.
he did, but I found a witness and the trail led here to Ujitz, so he sent me here to follow it up.
Ah, well, congratulations. It's nice to see someone using their head to find things out instead of torture. We'll have to drink to that. Now the most important thing. What actually happened at Noel? good folks hereabout are saying all kinds of terrible things, but I take most of it with a pinch of salt.
Pour me one.
The rumours aren't exaggerated this time, unfortunately. The Neuhoff stud farm was raided by bandits, but they didn't come to pillage or even take the horses. They only wanted to kill. They maimed the horses and slaughtered some people. I'm sure they would have killed more, but the bandits quarrelled among themselves and broke off the attack. And judging by what's left of our Lubosh, they're still settling accounts.
I see it's every bit as bad as people claimed. Dreadful. Well then, here's to those poor souls who had to die so pointlessly and so terribly.
I've told you all about me. Now it's your turn, Father. You don't look much like our parish priest at home. I noticed you're pretty handy with a sword. I wouldn't expect that of a man of the cloth.
You know what they say. The Lord moves in mysterious
Jesus
ways.
Christ be praised.
But this is a bit more mysterious than others.
Let's just say I haven't always been a priest. Fate led me to places where affairs were settled by force. These days, of course, it's just a bit of exercise to keep me in shape.
I noticed there's a woman living with you at the presbytery.
What of it? Have you never met a cleric who lives with a woman before? Mother Church won't let me take her to wife. Too afraid it might lose its property to any heirs she bore me. But she cooks and cleans. And, well, as a man, I have my needs.
I'm not sure the parish priest at St. James would agree with you.
I heard he was a bit odd.
Well, we've had an agreeable chat, but now let's get down to business. So, about this confessional seal. Do you really want more innocent people to die?
Henry, that's not how it works. There are matters in which you can't make exceptions because if you do it once, you'll forever be tempted to do it again. If people stop believing in the church because their confessional secrets are betrayed, they won't trust anyone, and that's worse than even the most hideous crime.
I understand, but that means I've reached a dead end. Those cutthroats will strike again and I can't stop them.
Chin up, lad. I might have a solution.
What?
If I tell you what Lubosh told me, I'd be betraying the confessional secret. But, first thing tomorrow, I'll try something I think might help you.
Word of honor?
On my soul.
I always wondered about the things a priest tells his congregation. Where on earth do you get the ideas for your sermons?
Well, Ujits isn't Prague. It's not enough to instruct people. They have to be entertained, too. If I only read from the Bible, I'd soon be preaching to an empty church.
Our priest wasn't exactly a bard. So what do you preach to your flock about?
It has to be something topical. Condemning vices. And, of course, describing them in detail. The tongue-lashing about the two popes goes down well these days. And stories from real life, with a nice moral to them, are popular as well. Especially if they're about fornication and similar scandalous vices.
Can you give me an example?
Well, recently a priest by the name of Jan Hus started preaching in Prague, in the Czech language, and the people liked it. I hear he always has a full house. A journeyman who heard him told me what Hus is preaching, and I like the sound of it. I'm thinking about putting it in my own repertoire.
What's so amazing about it?
The preaching of Master Jan Hus about Mother Church. The lamentable wealth in which the church is drowning has turned to poison. And nearly the whole of Christendom is contaminated. Just like a flock of hungry ravens, they settled on this land to devour every grain of gold and silver. They know no mercy. Their hearts are corrupted by longing for wealth, and they shamelessly profit from everything. You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay and you will have absolution. What if the devil himself were to pay? Would he ascend to heaven too? With such money gained from the poor, they buy beautiful horses to ride and needless servants to pamper them. They gamble at dice and dress their whores in expensive fur, while Jesus Christ walked barefoot and had no place to lay his head.
Jesus Christ be
Look to
praised.
your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God and his people too. Amen.
Well, this Jan Hus character is quite a rebel.
Oh, the congregation will love it.
I don't doubt it.
Let's drink to that.
Funny. That last bit reminds me of someone.
What do you mean? My situation's completely different. Huth preaches against the prelates and the clerics who are robbing the poor. Look at me. I don't have a pot to piss
Well, he does have
in.
a
I'm no
concubine.
better off than the folk I preach to. I'm one with them in poverty and suffering and everything that troubles them. I drink with them and curse those stuffed habits in Sasau Monastery.
Don't you think it's a bit odd when someone boozes and lives in sin with a woman and then criticises the Pope for debauchery?
No, I don't.
What do you think of this Jan Hus?
He's certainly a wise man. A little overzealous for my taste. If he got out of Prague and came here for a look, I'm sure he'd stop condemning drinking and lying with women.
Oh, you're
Where
just in
can I
time
find out more
for
about his
Sunday
teachings?
Mass.
You like it? I copied down some of his sermons. If you're interested, you can read them at my presbytery.
What do the common folk think of it?
They like it. They're happy to hear someone say what they think themselves, but are afraid to say aloud. Things that make them angry. And they're calling for change. In a few years, it'll have grown beyond control. You mark my words, the people will rise up, and the church will be shaken to its very foundations.
Yeah, unless
What
they
is
burn
Sunday
him at the
Mass?
stake first.
Nonsense.
That's just
They can't burn
Sunday
a
Mass
master of the most
worship.
respected university in Europe.
Thanks for the sermon, but I think I've been morally uplifted enough. Oh, it's getting quite late. What are your plans, Father?
What do you suppose? We have a drink, of course.
Ah, that sounds like a good plan.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Sunday Mass with Father Godwin and Brother Henry.
Przyszła bida mora lat, to nie ustoi żadnej chlap. Na kraj panu
Yeah, Hussite is pretty much proto-Protestantism.
niech i w małżeński majstrat, do wczera żylne staje brak. Už se bojí svatý muži, nechtěl bych bejbě kůži, nám je to jedno a tak si dáme jedno a požadem si huby jako poslední den.
I don't know enough about him for that one.
A tak vypal sudy a posaď se mi sem, tak posaď se sem a vypal je ven. Ukaž kozy jako vozy, zítra jen tu jsou nejdem, tak nalej mi chen a točí se svět.
Enough of this!
Bailiff, come on over here, sit down and have a drink with us.
Don't vex me again, Father. It's 3 hours past dusk, and curfew is long gone.
So what?
So, I'll have you all whipped, put in the stocks, and I'll write a letter to the bishop about you, priest.
Well, nothing to worry about then. Everyone knows the only one around here who can write is me.
Enough! Men, throw them out.
You looking for a fight? Henry, back me up.
This won't take long. You...
Where's the other guy?
Good day, Henry.
Already go. Oh, Godwin got him. Yeah. You've...
So, my dear, wouldn't you like to have a little ring on the bell? Closer said than done.
I I'd love to. And Henry, too, I'm sure. Right, Henry?
Stop that nonsense, Godwin. Are you out of your mind? What will people say?
They can say what they like. What do I care? What do they do to me? Watch the step, my dears. Careful, you don't hurt yourself.
Godwin.
Here we are. Look at this beauty.
Oh. We can't do this, can we?
Who says? Get ringing, wench.
This is wonderful.
Ah, bloody elf.
And now, my dears, comes the climax of the evening.
Godwin, you old goat.
Come here. Oh.
Priest has mounted up. What do you say, Henry? Shall we take a little ride of our own?
Well, I have to say that was a fine evening.
Godwin can't hold his alcohol for too well.
Godwin, you beast. Get up. Do you hear me? Wake up, you drunkards.
Oh, fucking hell.
Where the... Oh, what the... Oh, who the hell are you? Oh, Henry. My great friend, Henry. Didn't we have a wonderful time?
Well, you certainly did, you old lecher. Now you better pull yourself together quick. You haven't much time. There's some water and something to eat on the table there, but if I were you, I would move my hairy arse before my flock eats me alive.
Oh, step on in my head. My guts. Oh, my poor suffering stomach. Oh, what was that woman on about? Before my flock eats me alive. I've forgotten something. What have I forgotten?
Where the fuck am I?
What the fuck was it? Oh. Mass!
It's mass.
Shit, I have to say mass. I gotta say mass. You have to help me.
How? You're the priest.
I can't do it in this state. Maybe the liturgy. But I have to give a sermon as well. Oh, this is a disaster. They're gonna excommunicate me.
I'd like to help you, but...
You can. You can do the sermon for me.
What? So, first I investigate a murder no one wants investigated. Then I drunkenly keep the whole town up all night. And now you want me to preach at them from the pulpit? Do you want them to burn us at the stake?
No. No, I've got it. Suppose that Sir Ratzig's protege. You just came from studying in Prague. And you want to share the words of Master Jan Hus, who you recently heard preaching there. Henry, look, from what I remember, we might have overdone it a bit last night. And if the bailiff or someone else complains about me, the bishop's gonna have my guts for garters. So I'd appreciate it. Stop gaping at me like a stuffed squirrel and start helping.
You're mad. You're stark raving mad.
I'm not. It's a perfect plan. It's flawless. Oh. How about this? If you help me with this, I'll tell you who Lubosh's cronies are.
Lubosh. Drinking level increased, man.
Well, alright. I can't make any promises about what'll happen.
No, neither can I.
What do you want me to do exactly?
I'll go and start the liturgy. Then I'll introduce you. You give the sermon I told you yesterday in the tavern, and that's that. No need to drag it out. If it turns out well, I'll tell you what I know about Lubosh.
Christ almighty.
Jesus Christ,
Fine
be
then.
praised.
We have a deal.
Wonderful. Let's get to it then.
Still hungover.
Come on, Henry.
Alright, it's time for mass.
I thought he'd never show up. The swill pump.
Look at him. He can hardly walk after his capers last night.
You were with them, you beast. Just you wait.
Look at him. Mother of God, any minute now he'll throw up.
So I couldn't sleep a wink last night with all that clamor.
In nomine Patris, et Filii, et Spiritus Sancti.
Well, you know Latin, so you should be able to translate that.
Accepit panem in sanctas at venerabiles a manus suas. Hac facite in meam commemorationem. Brothers and sisters, you may have had the honor of meeting Henry from Skalitz, who is here at the behest of Sir Hanush to investigate that heinous crime at Neuhof. You might not know that Henry recently visited Prague, where, by the grace of God, was able to hear Master Jan Hus from the esteemed Charles University preaching. I've managed to persuade Henry to stand here today in my stead and tell us what he heard. Because, as you all probably know, Jan Hus is a very popular preacher in Prague. So, Henry, you may begin.
Now I'm curious which one of them will puke first.
Brothers and sisters, let me get straight to the point. I'd like to talk about the church and how corrupt it is.
That boy has a cheek.
One should not believe in the church, because the church is not God. God is above all things, and the church is but a means to salvation, which the prelates do not care to hear.
He's right.
It is the corruption of God's pastors here on earth that has brought misfortune on our heads. Plague, cumens, hunger, and chaos. The accursed wealth that the church is drowning in is poisoning almost the whole of Christendom. When dogs are fighting over a bone, take the bone and they will stop. Just like the flock of ravens that has descended on this land to peck up every speck of gold and silver. They show no mercy. Their hearts are poisoned by covetousness. They trade everything. Everything is for sale.
That's true.
You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay, and you will have absolution. And the prelates sin and give themselves absolution.
For shame! Shame upon them!
It is the custom of the gluttonous prelates and monks to preach against sin. But what do they know of us ordinary folk? Let us remember the marriage at Cana, where our Lord Jesus Christ himself feasted with the other guests and drank his fill. And when the wine was gone, he performed a miracle and created more. He, whose companions were poor travellers, simple folk, prostitutes and troublemakers, performed a miracle so the feast could continue.
Now that's the kind of sermon I like to hear.
No, brothers and sisters. Jesus did not condemn alcohol. Drink to lighten the cross you bear in this vale of tears, but not with such abandon that you cannot keep holy the Sabbath. For there should be moderation in all things, and it is not drinking itself that is sinful, but intemperance and beastly indulgence.
He's right.
Enough about sin, which the prelates are so fond of preaching about, and whose absolution they promise if you only pay enough coin to Mother Church. What if the devil himself were to pay? Will the bishops tell us he too would ascend to heaven? And what about those bishops? They sin without remorse, and with the money grasped from the poor for indulgences, they keep fine horses and hordes of servants to pamper them. They play dice and garb their mistresses in expensive furs, while Christ, the Lamb of God, walked barefoot and had nowhere to lay his head. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God and his people too.
Down with the prelates. Away with them.
We're fortunate to have our good Father Godwin. At least he's a fair and simple man.
God sees what is happening on earth, and he is filled with righteous wrath that those who should seek the salvation of souls instead seek mammon and the idle comfort of lucrative posts. Blessed are the shepherds who share the poverty of their flock, who are as one with you and bear with you the burden of this earthly pilgrimage, who do not condemn your venial sins.
Aye, all honour to Godwin. Let him drink like one of us.
That is all I heard in Prague. Amen.
Amen.
The lad spoke well, considering what a soak he is.
He's right, Dapples.
A young man shouldn't drink so much, but the Lord's given him a
I'm
silver
glad he
tongue.
came here. I don't suppose I'll ever get to Prague, but he told it nicely.
Well, well, my boy, you have talent, and I can't deny it. And you pulled a thorn from my side. I almost didn't make it.
Yeah, I noticed. I wasn't the only one.
Oh, what's to be done? I'll make it up somehow.
So, about our bargain.
Although it's a sin.
So's gluttony. And fornication.
God does forgive a penitent.
So, what did Limpy Lubosh tell you? Was he at Neuhof that day? Who was with him? And where are they now?
Now slow down. I'm sorry, but he didn't tell me that much.
Don't let me down after all I've been through. For you,
well, now Lubosh came to me shortly after it happened. His conscience was gnawing at him. And I must say, in the end, he turned out to be a better man than he looked. He said,
all right,
they'd been hired through some crony of theirs. And at first they were just to steal some horses. But then it all turned sour and people started getting killed. And neither he nor his cronies wanted anything to do with that. So they fell out from the gang and fled.
Fell out? Yeah, there was a body found in the woods by Neuhof.
That would explain something. Lubos kept jabbering that he wasn't a murderer, that he didn't want to do it.
So I know that Lubos killed the murderer and he's dead too. The trouble is, I need to find the ones who are alive. I need names, places. Did he mention any of the others?
Only nicknames. Talked about some fella called Riki from Ledechko, Pius, Timmy.
Pius. That lot are about as pious as I am ordained.
Nonsense. You would make an excellent priest. And anyhow, with your skills, you ought to be able to sniff out this Riki from Ledechko, right?
Well, we'll have to now. There's not much else to go on. Let's hope he's not hanging from the wall too.
Indeed. And I'd hate to be excommunicated for nothing. Anyhow, good luck. You watch out for yourself. These people clearly mean business. And I'd like to raise a tankard with you again sometime.
Yeah, I'll try. Although I'm not sure I'd survive another night of your debauchery.
And if anyone should ask, you heard nothing from me. I'll deny everything.
I don't doubt it.
Jesus Christ, we praise. Track down Riki. Alright. Feathers, I think that for that. He said Ledechko. I've been there, it's just been a while. Alright. Oh, gotta equip everything. Knight spurs. Equip those instead. Spike Klub, that. Cumin bow. Huh. Let's see. I got a lot of long distance arrows. They have 110 piercing on them. I got a good amount of piercing arrows. Save again after putting all that on. Ledechko, here we go. Tomberg. Alright, Riki. Alright.
What do you need?
Would you teach me?
Certainly.
I'm interested.
Now.
Alchemy increased.
Will you teach me how to?
Certainly.
I'd like to.
First, you have to have.
Well,
somebody to talk to.
I hope I can be of help to you, Knight.
I'm looking for a fellow called Riki. Do you know him?
Riki? You mean Inak, the courier's son?
Maybe. Do you know where I might find him?
He's not usually around here. Try asking at his own. But I hope we've got a thick skin. The old courier ain't exactly charming.
So you know this Hinek. Can you tell me something about him?
Not much, I confess. Most of the village folk avoid him like the plague.
Why's that?
No one with a nose likes spending too much time around tanners.
Tanners, okay.
And that Riki keeps bad company. I've never heard a good word said about him.
What can you tell me about the old courier?
He's as cantankerous as a hog in a thorn bush. He won't talk to anyone.
Why do they call Hinek Riki anyway?
He's a tanner, isn't he? If you're ever downwind of him, you'll understand. Tanning isn't a trade for the weakest stomach.
True enough. But not every courier gets cursed with a name like that.
Well, Hinek's nature's no sweeter than his smell.
Why has he got such a bad name?
Well, like his old man, he doesn't talk much to anyone. And then he's always skulking off somewhere. I heard he got a taste of the pillory in Rattay for thieving. And in Neuhof, he got boozed up in the alehouse with his cronies, and they beat up some merchants.
So a bit more than high spirits.
Just so. We're all honest folk here. We've no use for the likes of him.
Don't tell me there's not a single person who talks to him.
He's been seen around with one of the bathhouse wenches. Adela, I believe she's called.
Alright.
Farewell.
Oh my god, my dog will not shut up.
Ladies and gentlemen. Poor or rich, old or young, there's something here for everyone. Magical ointments.
What?
Protective amulets. Love potions and talismans.
Jesus!
Jesus Christ, we praise.
Hey! God be with you. What can I do for you?
I heard you've been seeing Hinek, the tanner's son.
So what? Come to preach at me, have you? That I'm a loose woman, a sinner, that I seduce decent men?
I just wanted to ask you a few questions. It's not my business how you live your life.
I'm glad to hear it. Some folk don't care for the way I make a living.
I can imagine.
So, what about you then? You look a bit careworn. A bath with a bit of company might do you good.
Maybe later, sweetheart. Right now, I have some questions to ask.
Ask away then.
Where can I find Hinek?
I haven't seen him in the village for a few days. He must have run off to the woods again.
Does he do that often?
From time to time.
What the hell does he get up to there?
I don't know.
He goes to the woods from time to time. That smells fishy to me.
What do you mean? There's no law against it, is there?
With all the footpads, looters, cumans, and God knows what other vermin around, it's not the sort of thing an honest man would do.
But Hinek doesn't have anything to do with those people.
Oh, really? Then what does he do there? I don't imagine he's gathering mushrooms.
Mushrooms? No. More like hares or other game.
So Hinek is a poacher? That's no surprise.
Well, he was never much of one for an honest trade.
Do you know exactly where he goes? Maybe he has some favourite spot he might have told you about?
He said he has some hideout in the woods, but he didn't tell me where.
When did you last see him?
A few days ago. He came to me late in the evening, drunk.
And that was unusual?
I never saw him drink much. He always came to me sober.
So he was acting strangely that evening?
He was strange. I had the feeling he was afraid of something. He kept prattling on and didn't seem to care about you know what. So I threw him out and I haven't seen him since.
Can you remember anything he said that evening?
Oh, I'm not sure. He went on about some fellow called Lubosh who died. That he was regretting he ever got into it, but he never said what it was. And that it wasn't worth it for the money. Aye, and then he was talking about the money. That was very odd.
Money?
What did he say about the money?
Just that he had a pile of it hidden behind his house.
I see. What did you say to that?
What could I say? He was drunk. He kept saying I was a fine girl and other harlots wouldn't go with him even for money. And if I wanted, I could even take half the money and leave. Or he'd go with me and we could get married and such. Oh, just poppycock.
Poppycock.
Did you go there for a look?
No, I've got better things to do. Obviously he made it up. Where would a layabout like him get so much coin?
Yes, I understand. Did he tell you exactly where he hid it?
He said he buried it at his father's small holding, in the western corner.
All right, thank you. Is it true?
What?
Other whores wouldn't go with him even for money.
The other bathhouse girls are honest, so I don't know. The truth is, I felt a bit sorry for him. Folk don't like him, but it's only 'cause his old man is a grouch and a tanner.
So you only felt sorry for him?
Both of us are the black sheep of the village.
There's nothing more between you?
No, nothing. Maybe Hinnick thinks differently, but that's how it goes. May the Lord watch over you.
Jesus Christ be praised. Mutt.
Good boy. That's my boy.
Brr, brr, brr. Brr. Brr, 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 brr.
I hope I can be of help to you, knight.
I'm looking for your son.
I don't know nothing.
Don't you at least know where he usually goes?
Hinnick shows up at home once in a blue moon, so I don't know nothing about where he gets to. Even if I did, why would I tell every Tom, Dick and Harry?
Tom, Dick, and Harry.
Your son is about to get into deep shit. I'm trying to find him so I can warn him.
That's nothing new. He's always up to his ears in it.
But this time his neck's on the block. He got mixed up with some very dangerous people. I have to find him.
All right. He was here a few days ago, but he left right away. He looked like he was in a hurry.
And you don't know where he went?
I've got an idea, but I don't know where it is exactly.
I don't follow.
Hinnick makes some money on the side from poaching. He boasted to me a few times about what a great hideout he found in the woods, but he never told me where it is.
Well, it's not much to go on, but it's better than nothing. Thank you. I'd like to talk to you about your...
I'm very busy.
Do you at least know any friends he's with, or someone he goes to see?
As far as I know, nobody here in the village talks.
I heard he's seeing some bathhouse...
Maybe. He can't get it for free, so I suppose he has to go to the bar. Go. And if he's really in as much shit as you say, please,
is there
try
something
and
you
find
need?
him.
Okay. I don't remember where she said his stash was. I was listening, but I wasn't listening that closely. Where did she say it was again? A? Oh, this... Doggone.
Who's there? Hey, who's there? What are you doing here? Are you after something?
Look what I've got. You'll love.
Something you're looking for here?
Rob, oh. I can lockpick that. Lockpick this too. Sturdy Gameson. Alright, so the Gameson's definitely worse than I have. So it's 26. Yeah, it's worse. No surprise there. Can't do that, but I can do this one. Oh my god. Mutt.
That's a good boy.
Let's get him up.
That's my boy.
It's probably just gonna be the west of here. Miller.
I hope I can be of help to you, Knight.
Is something...
I wouldn't say it's troubling me exactly, my boy, but I've heard talk about the Sasso blacksmith and I'm losing sleep.
What talk might that be?
They say they've heard him chanting when he tempers steel.
And...
Simple enough. Go.
I suppose ask.
Just don't ask him.
Don't worry.
Good, good. And don't worry.
All right.
Good.
Good.
Good luck to you.
Blackness, sorcery.
I hope I... Farewell. Look up! I'm at your... Farewell.
Yeah! Yeah!
Savage.
I'm honoured that...
What's life like in Rattay?
Well, life is good here. By God's mercy, the war's passed us by so far. There's nothing but them refugees to disturb the peace.
Good luck to you.
I'm gonna tourney tomorrow. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hail, Henry. I hear you've become a
That's
daring
fast
tourney
travel way.
fighter. You're full of surprises.
Weird.
God save you.
Will you teach me?
Stop.
Well, I hear you.
Stop.
I'd like to hope. Well, about betting.
I'm glad. A nice little wave.
Well, I meant to do more than that.
I'll see you later.
Nice little loop. Nice little wager. Cyrone. I actually moved a book to my horse. Wow. Wow. That's a just 2 and 2. Wow. Wow. You can't pour coffee in as easy. Nice. Wow. Wow. Wow.
Good health to you.
I've got some goods.
All right.
Take this terrible gambison I got. And this book. I was thinking about it. I want to progress the main quest a little bit. I'm getting pretty close to where I was at from the main story, but I still got a little ways to go. But I haven't been able to find more about that guy I was looking for. So I guess I gotta talk to somebody in town when I go back there. After this tourney power. I guess a lot of time did pass from what I spent with Godwin. Win the tourney. Not playing on it.
God bless you.
Jesus Christ,
What troubles you?
I'd like to enroll in the big... Of course. Here you are.
I'll write your name down. Henry, you said. And I need to know what weapon you choose.
I'm actually going to use a Warhammer this time.
Warhammer and shield.
So I get more practice with it.
I know how to handle those.
Good. Get yourself ready. You're next in line. Goodbye. Meeting face to face in this round will be Henry of Skalitz from the company of Sir Radzig Kobyla. And his adversary will be Pavel Kolrobak from the garrison of Sir Sebastian von Berg. Welcome, our warriors. All is prepared for the first duel. The combatants will engage in a duel with warhammers and shields.
All right.
And now's the time to choose weapons for the next duel. Our warriors will fight with hunting swords.
Hunting swords.
God!
God!
Sigiri!
The first combatant will be Henry of Skalitz from the company of Sir Radzig Kobyla.
Sir Radzig
And his
Kobyla.
adversary will be Calder o' the Tar, Catchpole of the Rat-Eye Bailiff. Welcome, our warriors! And this very first bout will afford plenty of entertainment. The combatants will engage in a duel with warhammers and shields.
Henry of Skeleton.
Change weapons for the second bout. Our combatants will demonstrate their skills with short sword and shield.
Short sword.
Fuck it!
Yeah, I saw it the other day. Well, it works.
And the second duel was won by Henry of Skeleton. Having proved his combat skills in this round and emerged victorious, he shall proceed to the next round of the Rat-Eye Corner.
Yeah, that's very popular for multiplayer. Head cracker. Jesus Christ, for your praise.
The first combatant will be Henry of Skeleton from the company of Sir Radzik Kubla. And he will face Menhart, master
Menhard.
swordsman from far
It's
off
Menhard.
Frankfurt. Welcome, our warriors. The combatants have entered the arena and the first duel may commence. The combatants will engage in a duel with warhammers and shields.
Strength increased. You don't want most of the DLCs for secret. Viable. When doesn't it? Yeah. Well, it ain't kept breaking it, just broke it. Jesus Christ. By the 9 divines. KCD's out on the Switch, so you can play it on there.
That's the end of the first round of combat, and the victor is The second bout
This
will
one.
truly be no less exciting. This one may decide the winner.
This
Our
one was
warriors will
alright.
fight with hunting swords.
Hunting swords.
Scheiße!
Scheiße. Bleeding. Wow, that hit me hard. It's gonna get to round 3. Unless I beat him before I bleed out.
We have a victor in the second duel. He is Bernard of Frankfurt.
Frankfurt. Minhard. Hopefully it's not with Axis or something. Oh, it's just
Sir Hanush,
swords.
by whose good grace this tourney is convened, selects the weapons for the third decisive duel. We will witness a duel with longswords.
Long swords.
Verrecke! Yeah.
Oh, take that, Minhard.
Verdammt nochmal!
I'll hit you in the face with my pommel as many times as it takes.
Du Hund!
Sadist.
Verrecke!
That burst the roof.
Yeah.
Sorry about the demotion. Haha. Sadist. Cackle. Yeah, I beat Minhard.
Third, the decisive duel was won by Henry of Skalitz. Lords and ladies, good men and good wives, you have just witnessed the final duel of today's Rabbi Cornet, for which we all owe gratitude to Sir Hanush of Dagpa. Glory to the victor, Henry of Skalitz, man-at-arms in the company of Sir Radzik Kobila. His prize will be given to him by our gracious Sir Hanush.
I beat Minhard so hard he disappeared. Get my readings.
Here, Henry. Your prize.
Thank you.
Hubert, God be with you.
Alright, I think that's the exact same armor that I already have. 25. No, it is better. No, no, no. By 1 point. But still better. Alright, let me get my winnings. Blah, 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 blah. Sir Knight.
Good health.
About betting.
I'm glad. A nice.
What am I to do?
Buying and not that I'd buy.
So if someone...
That's the.
I've got some...
God be with you.
God be with me. Yeah, that food ain't good anymore. It's at 0. Well, Henry would get sick. Where is Anne at the Clade? Neuhoff. Oh, it's there. So the woodcutters are here. It's not across there, but there is here. So to Ledechko.
Yeah. You new man? Well, I'm going the wrong way now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that was an accident.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, jeez, you have some grace. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Yes, happy on who's? Those two. Well, I didn't make it die. Seriously.
Look out!
Interesting. Jesus Christ, I'm afraid. Did you eat it? Interesting. I got a little fluffy ball right here. All curled up. Just all fluffed up. And a little fluffy ball. Boy. All these two people are... No, it's just one guy.
Good fed. That's my...
I got a skin. Because he deserved it. Ram. Huh?
What's the matter, laddie? I don't mind it. Need to shit.
It's a password.
Hey, young fellow.
You new fellow. 2. So it was. Well.
Yes, I was.
Take that, Q-Man. Well, I definitely did.
Oh.
Goofball.
Okay.
Jesus.
God preserve you, goodness.
I just want to ask about...
What do you want to...
Another thing about the...
What is it?
What's going on out there? Who's there?
I found out that Hinek goes poaching in the woods. Don't worry. Hinek has much bigger problems than being caught poaching. And you're not involved in it anyway, are you?
No, I'm not. It's true he used to go hunting in the woods sometimes. When he came back, he'd usually come to me. That's all.
Do you know who he sold it to?
He never told me straight up. But who could he sell it to? The innkeeper, I reckon. It makes sense.
For sure. How did you know he'd been to the woods?
He always talked about what he caught. And he never came to me at other times. Probably didn't have the money for it.
Do you know what route he took? At least the general direction. Anything that could help me find his hideout.
I think he usually went through the woodcutter's camp. Because he always brought me freshly chopped firewood. And he had wood chips on his boots.
Good.
Take care.
Good. Good. guess I'm just so stealthy that people just don't notice me walk around. And that's why they're asking where at. If somebody's out there.
Huh?
Huh?
God save you.
Awesome.
I want to ask about the...
And ask someone else. You only drive my...
Really? I heard a difference.
Who are you?
A friend of Hinek's.
I don't know where he...
I don't give a damn.
What of our deals?
More than you think.
All right, all right.
You have my word.
Fine.
I hear Hinek has a...
Not exact. But I happen to know...
How do you know that?
Whenever Riki was going...
How much...
Not much.
And do you know...
There's a few... Then there's a mine. And I heard there's...
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Alright.
Good luck to you.
Rare spices and tinctures, magical elixirs.
Mine shaft there. Mine shaft there.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm heading to straight ahead. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, it's not this one.
Buy my potions made from magical herbs.
Yeah.
Tiny creature.
Yeah.
Mercy.
Damn it. He won't hold out for long.
Help me. Please.
I'm looking for those bastards who attacked Neuhoff. Where can I find them?
They've got a camp.
Where? Come on, tell me.
I don't know. I've never been there.
So how do you know about it? Who told you?
My mate. Timmy. He was there. But they might have got him by now.
Where can I find him?
He works at the windmill by Miriam. Unless they've killed him already.
What happened to you?
Ranson and his people. They found me.
Where did they go?
Oh. I don't know.
What happened?
Rance people. Loyal. What a fucking mess.
Why?
We didn't want to kill them.
What can I do with...
Help me.
I'm sorry, but there's no help for...
I know.
Get involved in bad people. Yeah. With a warhammer. Timmy. Okay, I gotta inquire about Timmy now. Yeah, that's a time-sensitive quest. I was a little too late on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Devil's Ninja.
Yeah.
I was thinking back in Sekiro also. That's a little bit too much, but those games do not ever go down in price. Sekiro was definitely my favorite combat system for From Software. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, Timmy, where you at?
I'm looking for a colossus by the name of Timmy. I heard he works here.
I don't know anyone like that.
Listen, someone wants to kill him. I have to warn him.
My God. So it's true then. That idiot's got himself mixed up in something dangerous again. All right, but not here. We'll talk round the back, behind the mill.
I know no Timmy.
Look what you're... Here I am. So, why all the secrecy?
What do you want from Timmy?
Can you tell me where to find him?
Promise me nothing will happen to him.
Why do you care so much?
He's my brother. He's not very smart, you see, and he's always getting led astray by his no-good friends. And now there's some right peculiar characters looking for him.
Who are they?
I don't know, but they looked like cutthroats, and they said some strange things, but I didn't tell them anything.
That's good. But sooner or later they'll find him anyway. Tell me where he is, and I'll take care of him.
He's hiding at the Colburn farm, over by Merhoyed.
Banditos. 4 of them. It's banditos.
I've got the feeling you're looking for someone here. I'm looking for someone too. Maybe we could help each other.
We'll see how's a beer.
And who are you looking for?
A great big ox by the name of Timmy.
Hopefully.
That's interesting. I'm also looking for a big ox called Timmy.
Well, what are the chances? Could it be the same fellow, I wonder? Now, if someone were to tell me where to find Timmy, I might offer that man a job. We could use a smart fellow like that at the camp.
You have an encampment somewhere?
Well, sure we do. And no shortage of coin if you're ready to earn it.
Where is it?
Ha! All in good time. First, prove we can trust you. Help us find Timmy.
You don't know when to give up, do you?
The one who has the upper hand does as he pleases. Boy.
True. Only you don't have the upper hand.
Because I'm Henry.
Answer to my phone. Just when I wanted to vent my
slaughter you.
What's the matter?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I just killed one of you.
Yeah.
It's Henry time. Oh, he bled out. Henry doesn't interrogate. That's ungodly. Just west of here.
Yeah.
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 Ah. Ooh, here's a guy walking on the road. A wayfarer.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no food sitting out right now. I just knocked him out. Yeah, increase myself. It's just a prank, right? Sneaking up behind somebody and choking them out. Yeah. We always say just a prank, so okay.
Hey, Timmy. How are you today?
I'm all right. Have we met?
No.
We have now.
Huh? Oh, shit. What do you want? It wasn't me. I didn't... I mean... Shit.
I saw what you did at Neuhof.
What are you talking about? You weren't there. I mean, I wasn't there.
Don't waste your breath. You were there with Limpy Lubosh and Riki. I heard all about it.
What do you want from me?
Your mate Hinek told me about a whole camp full of those horse huns. And I want to find it. I need to find it.
Yeah, but why should I trust you, though? I'm not stupid. You might be one of them. Pretending to not be one of them. Trying to catch me out. I won't tell you nothing.
Listen here, blockhead. I don't have all day for this. Tell me what I want to know so I don't have to hurt you.
No, please. I don't know nothing. Almost nothing. I don't know where their camp is.
That's a load of horse shit. Hinek told me you were there, and that Pius warned you to keep your mouth shut. You must know something.
Well, once I was there with them, yeah. Only, I was pretty drunk, so I'm not too sure.
Try to remember.
It was in the woods. In some kind of woods. You know, with trees and stuff. There were some wrecked houses there and all. In the woods. A church! There was a church there. Kind of a broken one, though.
Oh, great. Thanks a lot. Now it's all clear to me. Do you remember which way you went?
It was straight north from there, round some barns, I think. It leads to the woodcutter's camp. If you go further on past the woodcutters, you come across this abandoned house. Can't miss it. Looks like a house, only abandoned. Go to the left there and carry on till you come to this clearing with a big beech tree. Or was it an oak? You go left there again. There's this narrow path and you go straight along there. Sometimes it splits up. You just keep to the left until you come to a crossroads by this big flat rock. You keep straight on there. After a while, you'll see a bridge. And it's right there. Easy as you please.
Better than nothing, I suppose.
But you won't tell nobody about Neuhoff, right? You promised. Oh no, bugger. I meant to make you promise, but I forgot.
No, don't worry. But in future, find some other way to make money. Like honest work.
Thanks. I'll try. On account of my sister, at least.
That girl at the windmill?
Hi, Mirka. Did you talk to her? What did she say?
She told me you're as thick as a fence post and always getting dragged into some mischief.
Did she? Yeah. She's probably right.
Yeah, he remembered the exact way, the directions, somehow. They were very detailed.
Beginning. Good health, dear.
They say you're the best blacksmith in the whole region. That metal you've tempered never breaks.
Ah, nothing but old wives' tales. Of course some of my pieces are broken, but only ever here, at the smithy.
No one's ever returned anything for you to rework, though, have they?
Not that I recall, but I can't remember everything.
Father was a blacksmith all my life. He always stoked up the furnace till it roared gently, and you could smell the heated iron. Then he plunged it into the water, and that was that.
Fine words, and no mistake. I do it a little differently. I heat until the metal is 2-3 shades short of bright yellow. I ease up on the bellows, and after a Lord's Prayer and a Hail Mary, off it goes into the water.
It's strange to think that I'll never help him out with it again. Our forge will stay burned out forever, unless I go back to the trade myself.
It would be a shame not to, lad. Working iron is a worthwhile thing. Godly. It makes life easier for folk. And, let's be honest, you can make a decent living doing it.
Thank you. It was good to remember how my life used to be.
Maybe you'll have the good fortune to return to your trade.
I'd like to ask you about the tempering process.
And I'd say I've nothing much to tell you. You just need an eye for it and a furnace.
Let's stop talking about tempering. And when you quench, there's nothing special you do?
Well, that depends. I heat it up again after that, but not so it starts to glow. I just hold it like this at the edge of the furnace for a while, and then quench it again.
You quench twice?
Yes, although there's less quenching needed the second time, it doesn't get quite so hot.
And how does that help?
I don't rightly know. I found out about it by chance. I got caught short, needed to piss so bad, I left the rod resting by the furnace by mistake. That's how I found out if you quench twice, it doesn't break as easily. No idea why, but I've tried it enough times to know it works.
I've heard it said that you're a warlock.
What? Why the fuck would they say that?
They say when you temper steel, you chant spells, and then nothing of yours ever breaks.
Spells? That's a good one. It's no spell, just a rhyme to time myself so I don't hold the steel hair too long. Good luck to you.
Good luck to you. Blacksmith's whistle.
God watch over you, good.
Why is the blacksmith muttering nonsense to himself? Has he been in the sun too long?
Oh, that's nothing. Just a silly little rhyme for his work, to time it right.
Oh, I see. I thought he was delirious.
No, he's like that all the time. God be with you.
God.
My humble greetings. How may I help you?
I'd like to make use of the bathhouse's services.
And what is it you'd like?
I've heard you have nice girls here.
I'm sure you'll be extremely satisfied. Goodbye.
Oh, 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 oh. What is it you want here?
Dechko. Obstacle. This could be some bandits or.
I want your money for... You're dead.
Two beds.
Ah!
My shield.
Fucking hell! Don't get him! Damn! I'll slay you, you scum!
Oh my god. That was gonna be my downfall.
Is that all you got?
God damn. Yeah.
Bring it on.
Where did that dog even come from? Let's switch to my sword. I see them.
I'll slay you, you scum.
What's up? What's up?
Is that all you got? Get back!
Ah, I forgot to equip my sword.
Come here, man. Nothing. Fuck it! Well, under some rock. What's the matter? You're dead. Mart! Here! God!
Alright.
gone weak at the knees, have you?
Yeah.
Alright.
Is that the best you can do? Go
Yeah.
ahead and gather your strength. Come here, silly liver. Oh.
Moonshine time.
Look what I've got for you. You'll love.
New Landful and Houndmaster.
God be with you.
Master Blacksmith, I think I know how the tempering gets done in Sasau.
And what have you found out? Don't keep me on tenterhooks. Out with it.
That chant of his is a sort of nursery rhyme. He uses it to time his heating and quenching.
Well, there we are. I thought those rumours about casting spells were a load of nonsense. And do you recall this little rhyme of his?
Maybe, but that's not all. He heats the metal twice.
Twice? Why would he do that?
You'll have to ask him that. But the second time it didn't hiss, although he heated it. And that rhyme of his, it went something like this.
I didn't hear his rhyme.
My breath is short, my feet are sore. I'd buy a horse, but I am poor.
Yes, that would be about it.
The sun may burn, the sun may shine, but you'll not wither, darling mine.
And 7.
The sun he hides behind a cloud. His
No.
heat goes cold and his fire goes out.
And that's how the second part begins, is it?
He drowned the fish and broke its neck, threw it down upon the deck. Fry your fish, the fish head's best, fishy thighs and fishy breast.
And 4 and 5.
I don't know how it goes on.
What do you mean you don't know?
It was long and I forgot some of it.
So go right back there and pay attention this time. May the Lord watch over you.
I feel like I'm giving away trade secrets.
Now I'm quite...
Then tell me.
That...
Well, there we are.
Maybe.
Why?
You'll have...
Yeah.
Kuttenberg is...
And 2...
The sun may... That was the first. The sun he hides behind...
And that's how the second...
He drowned the fish and... Fry your...
And
that's all.
that's not right. I counted it out, and that's certainly no way to temper anything. You must have made a mistake.
But I'm sure... Well, I suppose.
This can't be right. Good luck to you.
Good lord.
Now I'm...
Then...
That... Maybe.
Twice?
You'll have to ask... The sun sets out across the skies.
That sounds like...
Kuttenberg is...
Yeah.
The sun may...
And 7.
That was the first. The sun...
And that...
He drowned... Fry your fish, the fish head's best.
And 4 and 5.
And that's...
Right. The first part long and the second shorter nearly by half. I'll have to try it out.
I'll give it some thought, Master Blacksmith.
Goodbye.
Maintenance.
That's great. Bit of extra coin never hurts.
It's a Radzik Kobola.